LAFC expansion draft special. The steely-voiced radio man you just heard was right. This is the home of world football in Southern California. ESPN LA 710, I am Dave Denholm, and you are listening here to the LAFC expansion draft special with our special guest, as promised. He is a new member of LAFC, former defender for FC Dallas. It's Walker Zimmerman. Walker, thanks for taking the time, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on.
Walker, I know well, I shouldn't put words in your mouth. How did you feel when you found out you've been traded to LAFC?
Man, I was pretty pumped about it. I couldn't be happier to join such a great organization, and honestly, with all the press and all the new signings, I just can't wait to get started.
Was that the reason I said that? Was that on your Instagram or was that on your social media where you flipped the hat? You flipped the LAFC hat, Walker. You look good doing that, man.
Thank you. Yes, that was on the Instagram account. I thought that would give it a nice little flair.
Yeah, very good. Walker Zimmerman joins us. He's the new defender for LAFC. How excited are you when you found out Laurent Cimon's going to be next alongside of you here?
Man, I was just on a plane getting ready to do some traveling, and that came in on kind of my Twitter feed, and I couldn't have been happier about that. I think it's going to be a great partnership that we can develop, and I look forward to meeting him in person and then growing that chemistry because it's going to be so important to get that chemistry going very early in the season. So it'll be great to learn from him. He's a veteran. He's experienced internationally and within the league. So I think it'll be a good thing for both of us to learn from another and compete and have a good back line together. Okay,
Walker, here on the LAFC expansion draft special, I'm going to make you put on a different hat. You're going to be a scout for LAFC right now. Now, what kind of scouting report do you give Walker Zimmerman, the defender?
Well, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is he's a passionate player. I think I'm committed to giving my all kind of every day on the training ground and especially on game day. So I think that's something that I would expect to see from me on the field every time I put on the black and gold. I think you're going to see a guy who's good in the air, both offensively and defensively, and someone who's going to be very vocal and get the guys around him organized. And I think those are kind of some of the highlights of what I can bring to the team.
How do you feel about Bob Bradley as your manager with this LAFC?
I think Bob is going to be a great manager for the club. He brings a lot of international experience. He brings a lot of MLS experience. He's been a coach in a lot of the top leagues around the world. So for me, it's awesome, and it'll be a great thing just to learn from him and kind of study under his knowledge because he certainly has it. So I think that's the most exciting thing for me is just being around these players and coaches that they've been places, and it offers me a chance to learn from them. So I think he's going to be a great person to have at the helm of the ship.
We're talking with Walker Zimmerman, defender now for LAFC, coming over in a trade. Essentially, he was transferred in, realistically. Walker, you went for a lot of the GAM and the TAM and all those other AMs that MLS plays along with. So you essentially were bought at a heavy price, and rightfully so, for a defender like you. Like you said, a young, tough, tall defender who knows how to play. Speaking of young, I mean, you came out, you got drafted years ago already. You have plenty of experience as a young man. I mean, did you? How overwhelming was it at first? I know you didn't get a ton of playing time right off the jump. That might have been a good thing for you.
Yeah, it was a chance to learn, a chance to grow as a player, learn the league a little bit more. I think it's really important when you're a young player coming in, especially, I guess I was 19 years old coming out of my sophomore year of college, and that was my first taste of MLS experience back in 2013. And I would like to think I've come a long way since then, and it's just crazy that 5 years has already gone by. It kind of puts things into perspective as to how short your professional career really is. And so that's why I'm kind of committed to making the most of it. And at the end of the career, at the end of the day, I want to look back and have no regrets about anything. So it's crazy, man. It's flying by, but I'm excited to start off 2018 here in LAFC.
Quite frankly, Walker, when I looked at FC Dallas last season, I thought there was a team that could win it all, no doubt. I mean, certainly a talented team. What happened with you, and specifically in 2017, and the club didn't quite work out the way they thought it would there?
Right, yeah. I think everyone would agree that on paper going into 2017, we were for sure a team that had a target on its back, a team that looked poised, especially through the first half of the season and through Champions League to make a run for MLS Cup. And that was the expectation we set for ourselves in the locker room, coming off of 2016 and the successful year that we had that brought 2 trophies to the club. So I think we started off very well in the beginning of the year, first 11 or 12 games, and then a lot of things happened. I think injuries to a couple players. You look at the national team call-ups, and I know everyone has to deal with those, every team, but I think it hit us pretty hard. And then guys going in and out of form, and all of those factors combined just led to some inconsistency in the lineup, and things happen. Bounces don't go your way, and I think we found ourselves kind of surprised, having had such a good start to the year, and then finding ourselves with a few games left, really having to fight to try and make the playoffs. And ultimately, when that didn't work out, I think to say that we were all disappointed was a big understatement, just with the talent that we knew that we had, and we knew that we let some opportunities slip away. So, it was a frustrating, disappointing year, but I know that there's a lot of good players in that locker room, a lot of committed players, and I'm sure that they'll be working hard to have a successful year in 2018.
Yeah, who really cares at this point, Walker? I don't even care. This is LAFC's new defender, Walker Zimmerman. Now, Walker, look, I'm a diehard when it comes to MLS and soccer, no doubt about it. But even I know you guys are human beings. You got life outside of the game. You're moving to Southern California, Walker. Have you, let's be honest, have you started to Google, like, the beach communities? What do you know? Are you more of a downtown guy? Are you a beach guy? Orange County? What are we looking at here?
Man, it's funny that my new hometown is basically going to be where I honeymooned last year when I got married. We flew into LA, and then we made the drive up to Santa Barbara and kind of did the whole PCH little drive all the way up to San Francisco. So that was our first real taste of California. We've definitely already Googled a lot of different places, and I'm excited to go check them out in person. But I think we're probably beach people. We're going to love the weather change, just being in the 70s and 80s all the time. And there's just a lot of things to really be excited for in this move.
Well, when it comes to food, we don't have the Tex, but we certainly have the Mex taken care of here. I don't know what you're looking at for food. What do you need, basically, if you're talking about your regular diet?
Well, I have 2 eating mottos, and the first one is quantity over quality. So I'm always looking for
Check.
The biggest
Love that.
Menu.
Yeah.
Yep. And the second is you can always take one more bite. And those things just really keep me pushing forward to just having a successful meal each and every night. No, kidding aside,
I think I'm in sports love, Walker. You're a man after my own stomach, brother. I am in sports love here all of a sudden. All right. I love it.
I know, man. I love the big portions, but obviously as an athlete, you definitely have to take care of yourself. So I love eating a lot of fish, eating a lot of fruits and veggies. All those things are really important, and I've actually grown to like them quite a bit. So smoothies are my jam. I know there's a lot of really good smoothies out in California, so that's gonna be fun as well.
I love it. He's going to fit right in, and he's going to fit right into the back line of LAFC. New defender Walker Zimmerman, who's joining the club as the expansion team, the LAFC expansion draft special here. We really appreciate you taking the time to be a guest, Walker. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Thank you very much. Can't wait to get out there.
You bet. Walker Zimmerman, the latest addition to the back line of LAFC. This is the LAFC expansion draft special. Still to come, Bob Bradley, Walker's new manager, going to be joining us here. LAFC Expansion Draft Special. I am Dave Denholm, and you are listening to the home of world football here in Southern California, ESPN LA 710.